Hello, Cave Lady here. I'm here because I have a review for you guys. Sorry, I can't smile super big because I had a horrible case of hives and my lips are still recovering. So that's why I've missed you guys. I've been gone for a couple weeks. So anyways, that's why they're all swollen and I can barely move the top one. Anyway, so I wanted to share a diffuser with you because I personally have been looking for one to replace my humidifier. And I know a lot of you all have the same problem. You get a humidifier, Exhibit A. I covered up the brand. It looks great. The Amazon reviews are great for the most part, until you do a little deeper digging. And it's got a big old tank, not that it goes through all the water. And what ends up happening is the mist comes out and it goes and all over the floor and it soaks it. And none of that mist is actually getting up into the air. And I keep telling myself, well, you know, as long as it's not leaking, I'm fine. And the day that I said that, it soaked the floor, it leaked everywhere. And I think the big problem with these big humidifiers is the water comes out the bottom, and if something happens, it overflows. So water coming out the bottom is not a good idea. It also harbors, I've noticed, a ton of bacteria. I got a ton of discoloration within 24 hours of use, and that just didn't make sense to me, and I don't like it, and I'm not using it anymore. I wanted something that put the mist up into the air and didn't soak the floor. So I figure the amount of humidity that's actually going up into the air isn't a ton if it's just coming out and going right onto the floor. So I wanted to find a diffuser that had a larger tank but really brought the mist high up into the air. So I found this one, and I did a bunch of research. I looked on Amazon, I read the real reviews. I read the reviews, and this was the winner chicken dinner. And the company is called Apalus. You can see it right down there. And I picked this one for multiple reasons. For one, I liked that it was kind of a little bit more sturdy. It has a glass dome on top. So it's heavier, kind of sturdier. I liked that. And then the other reason I picked it is because it holds 500 milliliters of water. So your average diffuser holds, this is kind of like the average size diffuser. It's got about a 4-inch bottom and it's about 5 inches high. This one holds about 120 milliliters of water. So this one is 500 milliliters of water, and it measures about 7 inches, approximately 7 inches across the diameter and approximately almost 7 inches in the diameter and almost 7 inches in height. So you do have to have an area that can accommodate that, knowing that it is, you know, 7 inches in diameter. So if you had an area that could accommodate this humongous thing, then I'm assuming you probably have an area that could accommodate this. I actually put them up on a shelf now because if I'm working with something smaller like this, I'd rather have it up a little higher so that humidity is staying up in the air where the kids can actually breathe it. So I kind of put this through my test that I put all diffusers through, and I don't always talk about every single thing I do. I test it with different essential oils, different essential oil brands. I test how far range in the house I can smell it, whether it's kind of like distance far or up in the air. I kind of go through quite a bit of testing before I will actually do a diffuser review. And the other thing I want you guys to know is that I don't do videos for diffusers I don't like. Because instead of putting a bunch of negativity out there, I'd rather go with a positive. And I'd have to say that I don't do videos for, I probably do diffuser videos for about 1 of every 3, if not 1 out of every 5 that I've tried. Just so you guys know that I care about you guys. And I'm always trying to find the best bang for your buck too. That's why I found this one on Amazon. I contacted the company to see if they'd send me a sample. And they're like, we're not really doing that anymore. And I was like, oh, come on, please. I'm sick of spending money on diffusers. No, but they decided to send me one. And also said, I was like, well, I want to do a giveaway for my audience because I know somebody's going to need this. So they said that they would do a giveaway too. Okay, so this is how you use this thing. You go ahead, it has 3 pieces. So it has this little cone and has the glass dome top. So when you're using this, these are the things you're going to want to think about. And these are the things that I've tested it for. So you can choose between using, you know, from 100 milliliters of water all the way up to 500 milliliters of water. This is what you want to think about it. You're like, why wouldn't you use 500 milliliters of water? This is why. So if you want this diffuser maybe in a bedroom so that you can get some humidity and some aromatherapy at the same time, what you're going to want to do is decide how long you're going to want it to go for. So this diffuser, I'm going to guess, I'm not going to guess. I ran it from 1 p.m. yesterday until this morning. And so that's 12, let's see, probably about 17 hours because it said it could run for 17 hours on 500 milliliters of water. It actually went it would go way longer than that because it still had probably 150 milliliters of water left, if not more. So knowing that, and if I'm only going to be running it for 8 hours, like while I'm sleeping, I want to use less water because for one, I'm actually going to get more mist using less water because it's lighter. And I'm going to get more essential oils coming out because I can use less essential oils with less water. So if you think about, I actually first tested it with the doTERRA Breathe, and I put 4 or 5 drops in and I had it going, and I noticed after about hour 3, I was no longer smelling that kind of full-bodied aroma of the essential oil. So this one being a blend, sometimes that does happen. You only, you smell certain nodes, like certain oils have a longer lasting aroma. So sometimes that does happen, but I had filled this up to 500 milliliters and I didn't think about the fact that, whoa, when I'm using 500 milliliters of water, I actually have to use way more essential oils that I'm used to using to get the same payoff of the aromatherapy. So after I figured that out, I tried it with filling it up to like the 250 milliliter mark with the same amount of oils, and I got a better payoff and it actually lasted longer. So you're gonna wanna play with that and have that in the back of your head. Okay, if I'm not gonna be running it for that whole amount of time, then don't actually fill it to capacity. If you're gonna have this diffuser downstairs and you want it constantly sanitizing the air, make cold and flu season if someone's sick, or if you just like to purify the air, I actually like to use the Rocky Mountain Oil Purify. I like to have something like this going kind of all the time. This would be my go-to diffuser because I want this running. This will probably run for 24 hours. I probably would use something like 10 drops so that I know that it's really going to be purifying the air. And this diffuser actually carries the scent upward. So in my test, when I tested kind of square footage coverage for this diffuser, I would say between about 800 and 1,000 square feet for me in my home. And it actually carried all the way upstairs. And it's similar to the design of the other diffuser I really love that I have. And that's one of the reasons I picked it out. It has like that fan thing in the bottom, and you know, and the vibrating plates work really well, and it really moves the mist up. And I'll show you that when I turn it on. But those are just kind of things you want in the back of your head. How long am I going to run it for? Because a lot of people would just assume I want to fill it up all the way and I want to put the same amount of drops that I'm used to in my diffuser that only has 100 milliliters of water, and I'm going to wonder why I can't smell it upstairs. So think about those things when you are using your diffusers, depending on how much water they take, how many essential oils you're going to want to add to it. That and the strength of the essential oil is going to be different depending on the smell. So I had put the, I also tested it with the Florihana Red Mandarin, which is like one of my favorite essential oils right now. It smells so good. Red Mandarin, it smells like so good. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing a big essential oil review soon, so I'll talk about it then. But I tried it with this one and I put 5 drops of this in the whole, in 250 milliliters of water, which is half the capacity. And I could smell that all I mean, my whole downstairs and all the way upstairs. So it does depend on your essential oil. The quality of your essential oils is going to make a huge difference in you being able to smell this farther. If I would have put 5 drops of like an acacia oil in there, I wouldn't have smelled it nearly as far, nearly as long, nearly as far, or because the essential oil is not the same quality. I just know that these brands that I'm using now are just far superior, and they really move a lot farther. So that's a lot of things to think of when you're using a diffuser. A lot of people say, oh, I put oils in it and I can only smell it this far away, and that's horrible. I feel like I'm ripped off. The diffuser's horrible, but they're really using poor essential oils. And if they would switch to a better essential oil brand, you are gonna smell that aroma way farther. It's gonna smell pleasant longer because it doesn't go rancid. And you're gonna have a lot better experience, and you probably would give the diffuser a better review. So, okay, here's a zoomed in view on your settings. So you can have your light running whether it's on or off. So obviously it has to be plugged in. But so you can turn your light on, and it actually is gonna scroll through 7 different colors. So by hitting the button once, it's gonna start scrolling. And if you like it to keep scrolling, then you can leave that function just how it is. It's actually scrolling right now, but the room's so bright you can't see it. You might be able to see a little bit of the color. So if you hit that button again, it's going to freeze the color that you like. And then if you hit the button again, it's going to turn the light off so you can run it with no light. So the second thing is going to be your power button, but this also is going to choose how long you're going to have it running. So you can do 1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, or on until it is empty. So I'm gonna choose on until it's empty. And then, so you saw I just kept hitting that power button until it moved. You see the little light. And then the third button here is, I just realized it had 2 settings for output. So it's automatically gonna be on low. If you want it to be on high and you want extra mist, you hit it 1 more time. Oh man, I can smell that. So you can really see the mist now. So I'm gonna guess that that's a double output. And you know what that means? Shoot, I'm gonna be running that thing on high because, ooh, it's all over the place. You see that? Woo-wee! See that mist? See that mist? So, now if you run it on high, you're gonna go through the water twice as fast, which is not a big deal. Oh, because you're getting all that humidity. So if you're gonna run it in a sick kid's room, run it on high and fill that bad boy up to the top and let it run all night. I'm gonna guess that this is going to run for about 8 hours on high. And whenever I have an update on a diffuser, I will post that in the comments below. So be sure to check my comments because I always post. If I have a problem with the diffuser, if I contact the manufacturer, any product I review, I will write, hey, this broke, and then maybe how the company, you know, how quickly it was fixed and taken care of, that kind of stuff. I always post that. So I give updates on everything that I use. A lot of people are like, how is this still going? Do you still like this? And blah, 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 blah. And I always post updates, so pay attention. And that is how you'll use it. If you want to turn it off, you hit the power button and it turns off. So you don't have to have a light. You can have a light. You can have it rotating or frozen on a color. You have all the options for 1, 3, 6 hours or go until it runs out of water. And also you have low and high output of water. You kind of a closer view of those settings really quick. Since I didn't do that earlier. The diffuser was kind of cut off for most of the video, so I wanted to do that real quick, right quick. Thank you. There's all the way up top of my stairs. I could smell it in the hallway, and that was the Red Mandarin that I tested that with. And that was 5 drops with 250 milliliters of water. So you can play with all those things. I just want you to know that if a diffuser doesn't meet all of my requirements, I don't even talk about it in a video or mention it or act like it exists, because I only want to bring the best diffusers to people that watch my channel. And that's why I don't have a ton of negative stuff to say when I bring stuff to my channel, is because I've tested them and I know I like them. And I'll always talk about drawbacks, just kind of like with water and all those things and things you need to know. I mean, someone might get this diffuser, fill it with 500 milliliters of water and put 2 or 3 drops and wonder why they can only smell it for an hour or 2. So these are things you need to know to be informed as a consumer and to know how to best use the appliances that you're using. So I just wanted to talk about that really quickly and offer the giveaway. So the giveaway is for this exact beautiful diffuser. And oh, I don't even have the whole thing in the shot. It's got little feet on the bottom, a little fan underneath it. And so the giveaway is going to be, I'm trying to share the love right now of pooping with everybody. So I know almost everybody knows somebody that has issues with this, or maybe they don't talk about this. So I would just hope that you can share. I'm gonna list the link below to my constipation video. It's fun, it's entertaining, but it's really, really good information for constipation, because I know so many people suffer from it, and it's one of those things nobody wants to talk about, but I hope I shared it in a really fun way. So if you want to share that video by posting it on your Facebook or whatever, I really want to kind of get that out there, because it's one of those things that a lot of people suffer from and a lot of people don't know how to treat naturally. So these are the rules and regulations. For one, you have to live in the United States of America because, I don't know, because of shipping costs or whatever. 2, you have to like the video, like ding, 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 subscribe to my channel, and you have to share my poop video on social media or to a bunch of your friends, however you want to do it. And comment below and let me know what you did. So if you shared it, you liked, you subscribed, let me know all the things you do. You basically get an entry for everything you do. So if you email it to 10 friends, put it on your Facebook, put it on another social media, whatever, just let me know all the things you did, and you were entered, and you get an entry for every single thing you do. So the more things you do, the more likely you are to win. The other really cool thing is when you subscribe and like, you are automatically going to be entered in my next giveaway in my big essential oil company review. So that's super exciting because it's going to be a big giveaway. So subscribe now and like and comment so I have all your stuff, and I will contact you and let you know if you won this giveaway, and you'll also be automatically entered into my next big one. And the next big one's going to be a diffuser, oils. It's going to be really exciting. So if you're into oils and diffusers, you are going to want to subscribe and like and share so that you will be winning stuff, because let me just say, this is not a sponsored ad. This is me finding something that I love, contacting the company, and like I said, 90% of the times I actually buy the products myself. This time I contacted the company and requested that they gift it to me because I wanted to do a giveaway too. And I kind of already knew that I was gonna like this diffuser, but if I didn't like it, I wouldn't make a video. So that's kind of always my stipulation, and that's why it's really hard for me to ask companies to give me things, because they don't know if they're gonna get a video or not. They're not gonna get a video if it's bad, because I don't like to put bad juju all over the world, even though I hated this thing. But you see, I covered the company. See? Wasn't that nice of me? I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just saying this thing sucks. And yeah, I would rather spread the love instead of doing a video about this product I hate. I'd rather find a product that I love and share that with you guys. So anyways, that's what I did, and I hope you guys appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching. I will post a link to this diffuser below and some of my essential oils that I love that I was talking about. And I don't know, maybe I'll post a link below about this go-go bag I like. Oh, I got my kids' stuff in here. This is my essential oil bag right now that I'm loving. This little guy. I love that. I like the big one too. Holds all my oils. The ones I keep at home, it holds. But I'll post some links below. Anytime you purchase anything from my channel, not everything, because I don't have affiliates with a lot of things actually, but anytime you purchase anything from my channel, I get a teeny tiny percentage of it, and that goes to help fund these types of videos when I actually have to purchase things, which is most of the time. Like my big essential oil review, I spent well like $400 on essential oils, and most of that was my money out of my own pocket, and part of it was because I wanted them, but I really needed to try all of them firsthand. So thanks for watching. do all the things we talked about so you can win this bad boy. I'm going to close the contest in 2 weeks, so you're not going to wait a ton of time. And this company ships fast, girlfriend, 2 days. Yeah. So you could be having this diffuser sooner than later. So enter to win. I love you all. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being such a wonderful YouTube audience, because, you know, for the most part, all I get is wonderful people saying wonderful things, and it makes me really happy, and it makes me want to make videos for you guys. So thank you for watching.